Welcome, my divine gentlemen. It's Tori, and this is In the Glow. If you are ready to upgrade your style, refine your presence, and embody true masculine energy, then you are in the right place. Your look is more than fabric and labels, it's a reflection of your confidence, vibration, and power. Tonight, we will be discussing the divinity within you, the God within you, because it is real. From the moment you opened your eyes, a system was already in motion, and one that didn't need chains to control you, just silence, just forgetting. The control isn't loud, it's subtle. It's in the rules that you never questioned, in the beliefs that you absorbed without even realizing it. The dreams that they handed you and called your own, all of it was designed to shrink the infinite power within you and make it into something small and manageable and obedient. But somewhere deep inside, there's always been this pressure, this quiet awareness that something doesn't add up, that life isn't what it seems, that you are more than what you were told. And this isn't another self help pitch or a trendy philosophy. It's here to remind you of what you've always known, but you were made to forget. The God within you is real, and it's time that it reawakens. You didn't just forget who you are, you were taught to forget it. Every system you trusted, such as the school, media, religion, it was never neutral. It was engineered to bury your divinity beneath the obedience, the fear, and constant distraction. From the moment you could speak, you were handed a script about who you are, what's real, what's allowed, and what's possible. They handed you stories that made you small before you even had the chance to question them. And it worked because you were open and receptive and you absorbed it. From your first day in school, the programming began. And they called it education, but it was just simply a programming. You were taught to sit still, to raise your hand, to ask permission, to express your needs. They trained your body into compliance before they even touch your mind. Now, ask yourself, what were you really told? To follow the rules, to respect authority, to be realistic, and definitely don't dream big. Don't you dare dream big. And these weren't just harmless suggestions, they were the architecture to keep you in some sort of prison. Even the people who loved you, your parents, uncles, teachers, they couldn't stop it because they were caught in the same system and they didn't pass it down to you just out of malice. They did it because it was all that they knew. It's not their fault. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to change it and to start seeing things differently. When you realize that you've been living someone else's idea of life, wearing identities that never fit, chasing goals that were never yours, measuring your worth by standards built by strangers. And through it all, something deeper inside you has been whispering, this isn't it. There's more. That whisper isn't a fantasy, it's your memory. It's ancient intelligence woven into your DNA, waiting to be reawakened. The thing is, long before modern systems stripped the soul out of society, ancient civilizations knew the truth. But the modern world has reduced much of this ancient intelligence to metaphors, or they have dismissed it entirely. Because if you remembered who you are, the whole control structure would disappear. That's why this truth isn't in a curriculum, and you'll never hear it from mainstream media. Because when people realize that they are not powerless, they stop playing this game and their life changes for the better. See, consciousness isn't something you have, it's what you are. You're not a body with a soul. You are the soul temporarily wearing a body. And when you start seeing yourself that way, not as a consumer, not as a citizen, but as a spark of the infinite. The thing is, once you start seeing yourself that way, things definitely change. Again, for the better. You have to unlearn everything that told you otherwise. You have to deconstruct false identities, the subtle agreements that you made to fit in. And I know this process isn't always easy and it's not always pretty, but it's not just about affirmations and good vibes. And I'm not against that. I do those myself. But you have to remove the noise in your mind. And there's one part of your body that you need to understand and activate fully. That's your pineal gland. This tiny pinecone shaped structure in the center of your brain isn't just another organ, it's a biological portal. It's the bridge between physical and spiritual perception. And see, the Egyptians carved it into temple walls. Eastern traditions centered entire systems around its activation. And modern science treats it like a footnote because when you awaken it, it awakens you. And when you are awakened, your perception changes. So I simply want to remind you to eat nourishing foods, to drink purified water, to ground yourself, connect with nature, meditate. And going back to the pineal gland, we know that it not only regulates your sleep patterns, that's just the surface level, but that strange sensation that you are meant for more is not so strange. It's your third eye assisting you. Though I'm not here to convince you, I'm just here to simply remind you that you can live fully and that you are not limited to your five senses. You're not stuck in linear time, and you are not a body that has awareness. You are awareness temporarily expressing through a body. And your pineal gland acts as the antenna. And this is when dreams become messages, synchronicities become data, intuition becomes direction, and you stop all the guesswork. I know that a lot of what I have said, if you've never heard it before, it's going to sound really weird. And perhaps even if you've heard it before, you still think of it as weird and out there. But ask yourself, why would nearly every part of modern life be designed to distort your perception instead of expanding it? And why are most ancient consciousness activating practices mocked, banned, or erased? And why are the substances that numb you sold in every corner, while the ones that expand your awareness, those are criminalized? I don't think it's by accident. But that's all for me. I can't wait to see you in the next video. If you like what I shared, give the video a like, share it with others that can benefit from it, and leave me your questions and comments. Let's talk about it. Until the next video, los quiero mucho. Besitos. Adiós.